A veteran APD officer is out of a job tonight, fired for her connection to Eye On Albuquerque, a blog that's been raking the chief and the mayor over the coals for years. News 13's Alex Goldsmith has the story. Alex?
Dick, Don Roberto was let go by APD after 14 years on the force. Her attorney tells us it's all because of her links to this website.
I actually thought that the car was going to blow up.
Just 5 years ago, Officer Don Roberto was being called a hero. Roberto rescued 2 people trapped in a burning car.
She is a very kind-hearted, caring person who will go above and beyond and out of her way to help anybody who needs it.
Tonight, Officer Roberto is out of a job after she was fired by APD this morning. APD wouldn't tell us why she was fired, but her attorney says it has to do with her ties to this website, the Eye On Albuquerque. That's an anonymously written blog that's been highly critical of APD brass and the mayor's office. Roberto's attorney tells News 13 his client did not run the blog and even told APD who did. He claims APD confiscated her work computer, interrogated her, and then fired her for lying and violating APD's social media policy. That social media policy was instituted 2 years ago after Officer Trey Economidis listed his job on Facebook as human waste disposal before killing an armed suspect. Economidis was suspended for the comment. A few months later, APD Detective Pete Dwyer was fired for MySpace and Twitter posts, some of them racial. Here's Schultz on the need for a social media policy.
It can be a very destructive tool. And when I say destructive is when you challenge the credibility and the impartialness that's required of being a police officer.
But Police Union President Stephanie Lopez says that policy isn't being applied fairly.
I've seen officers that have received a huge suspension from social media sites, and then I've seen other officers that have received 20 to 30 hours of suspension, if anything at all.
Now, the union is appealing Roberto's firing. Her attorney tells us that Roberto never wrote anything disparaging for Eye On Albuquerque and severed her ties with the website 2 years ago. Back to you.
Okay, Alex, Officer Roberto has been mentioned on the blog twice by name. The most recent time was 2 years ago in an article claiming that Chief Schultz walked out of an event where she was being honored because he was upset over the way she handled an earlier case.